Hey everyone! In this week's video, I'd like to share a few interesting old newspaper articles. I found them on the Yankee Hill History website. If you're interested in Northern California's history like I am, this video is definitely for you. And for more like this, hit the subscribe, then the notification bell, so you'll be notified when a new video comes out. Feel free to comment, like, or even share these videos with others who may also enjoy them. There's over 200 videos now on my channel. Okay, here we go. Our first article comes from the Oroville Daily Register, January 4th, 1915. The headline reads, "Giant grizzly bear seen by prospector in canyon." You know what? There's no grizzly bears left in California anymore. 1915 there was. King of big game now roaming in the vicinity of Big Bar, thought to be the same beast that struck terror in the hearts of settlers years ago. For the first time in 20 years, a giant grizzly bear, silver-tipped and weighing about 900 pounds, has been seen roaming over the mountain trails in the vicinity of Big Bar, according to word that has been brought to Oroville. It is believed that he is one of the half-dozen or more of his kind left in California. The grizzly is one of the fiercest wild animals known to Western life, was the terror of big game hunters in the early days. Within the last few years, they have been gradually killed off until at the present time they are very rare. Bruin was first seen by Tom Moorhead, an aged prospector of the Feather River country, who was unarmed at the time and thought it useless to attempt to follow the creature to his den, which was thought to be somewhere on the sides of Big Bear Mountain, not far from Camp Mayaro on the Feather River. Ed Phelps, a Big Bar trapper, and Charlie Gramps, a guide, came upon the trail of the bear last week in the vicinity where it was seen by Moorhead. Its tracks in patches of snow were the size of large dinner plate. After following the tracks for nearly 4 miles, they were forced to return to camp on account of darkness. That the grizzly is one which nearly 20 years ago attacked and killed Indian Joe is the belief of the natives of that vicinity. He is particularly a fine specimen and as such would be enormously valuable if captured. Hunters are keeping a sharp lookout for the grizzly's reappearance, as they believe he will return to his own trail in the canyon in search of wild hogs, which are numerous in the timber along the river. It is probable that the bear is searching for his final feast before hibernating for winter. Our next article is from the Chico Record, May 20th, 1915. Searching for hidden wealth at Cherokee. A search for supposed hidden treasure is being diligently conducted by prospectors at a point about 1 mile south of Cherokee and 1/3 of a mile west of the Oroville-Cherokee Road. The site of the supposed treasure hunt is near a huge coffin-shaped rock that for years has been a mystery to the residents of the locality. Upon this rock are strange Indian inscriptions. The inspiration for the search has come from Charles Morrison and wife, the old Indians of Oregon City. According to their statement, treasures stolen from miners during the Indian raids upon the whites in the early days of Butte County settlement is buried near the rock. Just exactly where it is buried, the Indians confess they are in ignorance. Numerous holes have been sunk near the coffin-shaped rock, but as yet The search for the treasure has been unavailing. The prospectors who are at work are, however, spurred on by the 1.5 ounces that was uncovered near the rock in the early 90s. It is planned to prospect systematically the country immediately and adjacent to the rock. This rock is over 6 feet in length and at the widest spot is 30 inches across. Attempts are being made to decipher the hieroglyphics on the theory that they may reveal the exact spot where the treasure is supposed to have been buried. Now, I'm going to grab you guys a picture of this coffin rock. It is at the Cherokee Museum. I believe it's covered, so it's not like you're going to be able to see it. It's covered to protect the inscriptions that are bizarre, and it's shaped like a coffin, is why it's called Coffin Rock, but it has some really strange writing on it that nobody understands, so it's interesting. So I'm going to show you that picture before we go on to the next article. Our next article is from the Sacramento Union, Monday, March 19th, 1917. Headline reads, "Rich Pocket Found Near Yankee Hill." Special to the Union. Yankee Hill in Butte County, March 18. The Jordan Hill District near Yankee Hill jumped into prominence when 2 miners, Cox and Parker, well known in this vicinity, began to display huge chunks of gold. Several of the nuggets displayed are worth as much as $15 each. To date, in the neighborhood of $700 has been recovered, and it is stated the best of the pocket is still in sight. The miners were not expecting to find a pocket in the formation in which they were working, and the opening of a bonanza came as a total surprise. $700 in 1915 was a really lot of money. Our next article of interest that I found to share with you guys today is from the Oroville Daily Register, April 6, 1917. Copper and chrome deposits are uncovered in Polga region. Polga is on the Feather River in Butte County. Polga, April 5. Western Pacific trademen are excited at the discovery of a big copper ledge at the end of the Polga Switch. Location has been revealed on the ledge by some Portola trainmen. The ledge was first discovered during the construction period, but it was considered worthless, and its presence was forgotten. The prospect shows that the ledge is much more extensive than was first believed. Now mining chrome mining is assuming large proportions at Polga. F.H. Stewart has a large number of tons ready for hauling as soon as the weather permits. Trucks to be operated over the roads. The chrome will be hauled via Yankee Hill to Oroville for shipment. So how about that, folks? Copper and chrome uncovered in the Polga region. Now we have the Daily Mercury, 9/18/1917. The headline reads, "Committed to State Hospital." Dr. W.F. Gates and Dr. Thompson sat on 2 insanity cases late yesterday afternoon. Thomas James, a pioneer of Cherokee, was ordered committed to the state hospital at Stockton. Miss C.E. Lukes of Gridley was committed to the state hospital at Napa. So back then, if you were committed to a state hospital, it was newspaper worthy. Next up Now this is a strange one I found from the Oroville Daily Register 10/1/1917. You guys comment about this one. This one is kind of strange, and I've not heard of this controversy. So the headline says, declares Marshall found first gold. Oroville man submits evidence in effort to settle controversy. Sacramento, September 30th. Evidence has just been put into the hands of Governor William D. Stevens, indicating that the honor of the first responsible discovery of gold in California belongs to James W. Marshall. The controversy as to whether Peter Weimer is entitled to share the honor is apparently settled by Weimer himself, who is declared to have made the statement that Marshall picked up the first piece of gold that attracted the attention of the civilized globe to California as a gold producer. J. M. DeLong of Oroville has written Governor Stevens and quotes from the Handbook of Mining for the Pacific States compiled in 1861 by John W. Hittell in support of his contention that Marshall made the first discovery. DeLong states in his letter that his stepfather, William Huff, now deceased, had told him he had talked with both Marshall and Weimer, and that Marshall was the true discoverer. So I wasn't aware that there was a controversy of who actually found the first gold, but there's that. Next up, from the Oroville Daily Register, March 21st, 1918. More diamonds are discovered at Cherokee Field. U.S. expert declares evidence shows gemstones in place here. That within the past 10 days, 2 diamonds of high quality have been found at Cherokee is the report that has been sent to Harry Jacoby, local lapidarian and diamond expert. According to a statement made yesterday by Mr. Jacoby, a government gem expert was recently in Oroville and examined the diamonds in the rough owned by Mr. Jacoby and recovered in the Cherokee field. After exceedingly close microscopic study of the gems, the expert declared that there could be no question but that the diamonds originated at a place very close to where they were found. He stated they had evidence of having traveled but a very short distance. Mr. Jacoby, who has landed scores of diamonds in the rough found it in this district, it is absolutely confident that a diamond field exists here and that gems can be found in places. He states that he submitted samples of the so-called diamond-bearing formation of Butte County to diamond dealers and experts in San Francisco, and was informed that there is absolutely no question about, but that it was true kimberlite formation in which diamonds are found in place in South Africa. So if you guys know anything about the Cherokee mine, it was a hydraulic gold mining operation for placer gold deposits. Gemstones were also found there, such as peridot and diamonds, most of them really small and poor quality, more of an industrial grade, but there is in fact a kimber pipe which produces kimberlite, which produces diamonds on the site. So I find that interesting. Next up, again from the Oroville Daily Register, 7/1/1918. Headline reads, largest chrome mine yet found in Butte County. J. A. Clark of Yankee Hill discovers rich deposit near intake. Chrome is located right alongside Western Pacific tracks. What is pronounced by chrome miners to be the largest deposit of chrome yet found in California has been uncovered by J.A. Clark of Yankee Hill at a point on the western Pacific just above intake. The ore lies in a ledge formation and has been traced for 1,500 feet up the mountainside. It runs from 60 to 70 foot in width. Assays this far show that it is running about 37% chrome. Chrome men are now negotiating for the purchase of the property. Its location, right upon the western Pacific, makes the deposit doubly valuable. So they found chrome, but they can't have it because it's alongside the railroad tracks. San Francisco Chronicle, 8/28/1918. 11 rattlers are nothing to these uns. Special dispatch to the Chronicle. Oroville, August 27. A den of 11 rattlesnakes failed to deter Robert Hendricks and his daughter from locating a chrome ledge near Yankee Hill. The two spotted the ledge and proceeded to locate it when they saw the reptile's nest. Together they killed the snakes and went on with their location work. Nothing scared these people back then. Sacramento Bee, 10/27/1952. Oil company at 7,600 Butte acres to drill leases. Orville, Butte County. Interest of the Humble Oil Company in potential oil resources in Butte County grew this week. With the disclosures, it has added 7,600 acres under drilling leases. The new area is north of Oroville in the Pence District, in 12 parcels described as the Pence Community Oil Lease, which Humble attained through A.H. Tinsley of Marysville, Yuba County, on a 5-year basis. The lease commits the company to start drilling within 13 months. Humble attained drilling leases on more than 6,500 acres of land in the Nelson and Old Bosquejo Grant area a week ago. Owners of the property in the Pence area include Walter Mass, Marie E. Graves, Elva M. Van Gooden, and F.H. and Eva Park. So how about that, you guys? Oil drills in Butte County. Wild. The Chico Enterprise record from January 26, 1957. Winch and cable stolen from the Oregon City mine. Oroville, a hand winch with 50 to 60 feet of cable was reported stolen from a mine about 3/4 of a mile south of Oregon City, the sheriff's office reported today. The winch belonged to Jack Stooksbury of Oroville, who said the theft occurred sometime during the past 2 weeks. Stooksbury said the winch and cable weighed approximately 60 pounds. So there was people stealing stuff always. The Morning Union out of Grass Valley, California, February 13, 1915. To Desert Ramsey Bar, Sterling City, February 12th. Because it is no more the center of logging activities of the Diamond Match Company, the little town of Ramsey Bar will be deserted the coming season. The Sterling City Mercantile Company branch store will be moved to a point further southeast near Camp 4. The numerous track gangs and other Diamond Match and Sterling Mercantile employees who have made their headquarters at the old mining camp will be moved also. Ramsey Bar was famous in the early history of California as a gold-producing camp. The old cabin that served as a polling place for the miners when they cast their votes for Abraham Lincoln for president has withstood the storms of many winters and still stands intact as of 1915. Anybody know about Ramsey Bar? Anyone been there? Let me know.